I played there. Randy Newman was playing there. I love Randy Newman. He's an ancestor for me. And, I don't mean I'm his little boy, but so I played my show at Bergenfest, and my very good friend and Scandinavian agent Frank Ness came to the dressing room, and he came in. I was sitting there thinking how wonderful I was. So good. Frank said, "Hi, Jackie." So, "Oh, hi, Frank." I said, "Can I come in?" So, "Yeah, of course, yeah." He said, "I have someone who'd like to meet you. Can he come in too?" So I said, "Yeah, of course." And then he brought Randy Newman into my dressing room. And I kind of went all funny. And so Randy Newman said, "Hi, I saw your show. I thought it was really good." So to me, like Randy Newman is like royalty. So when he said this, I went, "Oh, thank you very much." So I said, "Yeah, I was really interested in, there seems to me to be a lot of Joni Mitchell influence in your songwriting." "Oh, Joni Mitchell." I was going Japanese. "Oh, Joni Mitchell." She said, "Yeah, would you agree with that?" "Oh, I don't know. Just from Scotland, you know." She said, "Well, I think there is. Do you like Joni Mitchell?" I said, "Oh, I like Joni Mitchell." He said, "There's interesting things about the songwriting of Joni Mitchell, like, for instance, whenever she sings in the feminine principle about female things, there's lots of S's, there's lots of sibilants. But when she sings about the masculine and men, it's bone dry." Have you seen that? No. I thought, I've got to pull myself together. I can't carry on like this. So I was about to ask him if he wanted chop suey. "Oh, you want chop suey?" So I said, "Oh, that's very interesting. Could you give me an example of what you mean?" So he said, "Sure I can. Let me think." He said, "How well do you know Joni Mitchell's stuff?" So I said, "Very well." So I said, "Well, let's take a record like The Hissing of Summer Lawns. And there's a song on that album called Shades of Scarlet Conquering." So, "Oh, I know. Yeah, yes, I know it well." So he said, "I'll think of a couple of lines." So he goes, "Oh yeah." He says, "Now listen to this. When this line is in the female, there is all this S. And as soon as it moves to the male, it's dry. She says, she comes from a school of southern charm. She likes to have things her way. Any man in the world," and now it moves back to the woman because he outstretches his arms. "Any man in the world holding out his arms would soon be made to pay." Do you see what I mean? I think so, yeah. So I said, "Maybe it'd be better if I sang it." So then Randy Newman, in my dressing room, went, "She comes from a school of southern charm. She likes to have things her way. Any man in the world holding out his arms would soon be made to pay." See what I mean? Oh, I see what I mean. I just thought I'd share this with you. It was a lovely, lovely moment. But it's good to be in Essen too, isn't it? I've been waiting for a long time, longer than I care to say. Hopes and fears and tumble down piers mark out the way. Men have died on the roadless heights. The women who love them lie alone at night. Children wake up, fear in their face, and a hunger for the kings of infinite space. All the colors that she wore to tumbling through my painted door. But I remember summer day, silver lanes and stars that showed us the way, showed us the way. And I've been riding a slow train, cutting through fields of hay, hopes and fears and tumble down piers mark out the way. Men have died on the roadless paths. The women who love them lie alone at night. Children wake up, fear in their face, and a hunger for the kings of infinite space. All the colors that she wore, tumbling from my painted door. But I remember summer day, silver lanes and stars that showed us. You can't believe how hard it's been to be seen, but feel loved in. I felt your touch upon my skin. I came alive within my dream. When we dreamed dreams of hope, made in grains of golden sand. And now the waves crash to the shore, harbor fills with weight of sea. Like a Chinese emperor, crowned in a veil of stars, scars and walls and childhood dolls mark out the way. Men have died on the roadless paths. The women who love them lie alone. Children wake up, fear in their face, and a hunger for the kings of infinite space. All the colors that she wore, tumbling through my painted door. But I remember summer day, silver lanes and stars that showed us the way, showed us the way. I've been waiting for a long, 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 long time. Well, I know I've told this story before in Essen, but we met some lovely people today in the street who said, please, please, tell the story of your two little dogs, Basil and Ronnie. I'll be home soon, boys. I wrote this song because I love those old American shows, like Columbo and the Rockford Files, but not the A-Team and Kojak. They're terrible. And always the music sounds like bam bam ba 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 bam 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 ba 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 bam bam. To me, melancholic, kind of California melancholy. Ba 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 bam. When I go home from touring, which I do this Sunday. We finish in Dresden, and the taxi drops me off at my house. I've got 2 little dogs, terriers, a white one called Basil, a brown one called Ronnie. When I get out of the taxi, Basil and Ronnie are behind my front door and they know it's me, and I can hear them going fucking crazy. I open the front door and I say, "Hello boys," and they go, "Hooray! Dad's home! Dad's come home! Hooray! Everything's okay! We thought he was dead, but he wasn't dead. He was in Germany. Hooray! Hooray! Dad's come home." I say, "I love you boys. We love you, Dad." I let Basil and Ronnie into the back garden for a scheisse. I get a bottle of white wine from the fridge. I go and sit down in the front room and put the television on. Basil and Ronnie come running in from the garden and sit on either side of me. They're so excited because they know what's going to happen next. I'm going to get drunk and watch television. "We love you, Dad." "I love you too, boys. I love you, boys." I think to myself, what shall I watch? It's always the same. It's my favourite Columbo. It's the Columbo in which Johnny Cash plays a country and western singer who kills his wife. I don't know if you've seen it. It's just great. In the show, it is made clear that Johnny Cash's wife was a fucking bitch who deserved to die. But that's not the way Columbo sees it. He knows he's got to catch Johnny Cash. And at the end of the show, they're sitting together in Columbo's car at night in the mountains. Johnny Cash knows he's going to prison. He turns to Columbo and he says, "Aren't you afraid I'm going to kill you too?" Columbo says, "I don't think you're that kind of a guy." It's a beautiful moment. Johnny Cash smiles, and his heart opens as wide as a human heart can open. And the music goes, it goes, bum, bum, ba 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 bum, 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 ba 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 bum, bum. And Basil and Ronnie can feel how much this moment means to me, and they get even closer looking at it, you know, ba 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 bum, bum, ba 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 bum, bum. And just for a moment, everything seems okay in this fucking crazy world, and other melancholic afternoon songs come into my head. Songs like, "Me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. We meet every day at the same cafe. We gotta be extra careful. Hurts so much, hurts so much, hurts so much inside. Yeah, Mrs. Jones. Yeah, Mrs. Jones. Yeah, Mrs. Jones.